Okay, a question was asked about question 2.8. the the question is, how many tertiary carbons does the following molecule have? So remember what a primary, secondary, and tertiary carbon are. So a primary carbon is going to have one carbon attached and then three other atoms, and usually those are hydrogens. So this would be a primary. A secondary is going to have a carbon with two carbons attached to it and then two other non-carbon atoms. So it would, in a pure hydrocarbon like this, in an alkane, it would be a CH2, and a tertiary would have three carbons attached and one hydrogen. And then a quaternary carbon has a carbon with all carbons attached. So with this type of line bond structure, the easiest thing to do is to start by putting in carbon atoms at the ends of the lines and at the intersections of the lines. And then adding enough hydrogens to each to give you four and only four bonds. So for instance, this would be a CH3, this would be a CH3, that would be a CH. There are two CH3s here. This carbon has four bonds attached to it. This is a CH, a CH3, a CH, a CH3, a CH2, and then a quaternary carbon with four carbons attached, a CH3, another CH3, a CH2, and a CH3. So if the question is how many tertiary carbons are there, we're basically looking for CHs. And so if I go from left to right, there's 1, 2, 3, and that's it. So in this case, there are 3 tertiary carbons. Okay. Now, if you wanted to say, well, let's go through all of them. How many primary carbons are there? Let's do those in green. So a primary carbon is going to be a CH3. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there are 9 primaries. A secondary would be a CH2. So this would be a secondary, would be the CH2. And there are 1, 2 of those. So there's 2 secondaries. We've already said that there are 3 tertiaries, which I've color-coded in yellow, so tertiaries. And then for a quaternary carbon, that means there's carbon with 4 carbons attached to it, so that would be 1 and 2. So there are 2 quaternary carbons. Okay, so in this question there are 3 tertiaries and then all of the others.